Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Intuitive Energy Forecast for May 25th, 2022. I'm Arlene Grace, an Intuitive Energy Coach, Master Numerologist, and channel. So I invite you to take whatever resonates for you, leave the rest behind, knowing that if you're attracted to these videos, that it may be because there's a message here for you. So you may have realized already we're here on, it's Wednesday, hump day. It's been quite an emotional week, and we've been in this place where it's been a lot of inner excavation, a lot of inner thought. We're still in the midst of Mercury retrograde, and you may be coming into the realization of there is a theme that's playing out in my life. And as I feel into it, one of the larger themes that's been playing out is, are you willing to choose you? And so today we have the energy of the 7 of clubs and the 9. And so it's this taking things higher, right? Taking the way that we communicate, taking a thought, a belief, an idea, the expression of who we are higher, thereby letting something go, letting an idea that doesn't serve you any longer go, letting a perception, a place where you are keeping yourself small, keeping yourself in a place where you don't want to be, keeping yourself in a relationship that doesn't match what it is that you want to experience. And as we are moving in this energy, the idea of success is really running through, right? With the 7 of clubs and the 9. And there's this invitation to really take a look at how you define success. It's funny. I was just meditating on this energy, and it took me back. And I remember that I had a great aunt, and she visited me, and she had gotten me this job in corporate, right? And so she actually was one of my employees, and I was no longer working there. In fact, I had been gone for quite some time, and no one knew what happened to me. I had been sexually harassed. I had gone through the Human Rights Commission of Canada, and essentially I left. I was given a choice to go back and work under this manager or be sent away, or all of these things, right? And so it was an interesting time. And in that, there was this desire to just sweep me under the rug, right? It was a corporation that was very boys club, very boys club mentality, right? Very, anyway, my aunt, she showed up, and I opened the door and she said, "Oh my God, Arlene, how are you? Where have you been? There have been all of these rumors about you, that you've been sick, that you've been this, that you've been that, like what's happening?" And I said, "Oh, I'm no longer working for this corporation." And she said, "Oh no, what happened?" And so I shared with her what happened. And she said, "So you're not coming back?" I said, "Well, no, I'm not coming back because I decided, I'm choosing me. I started my own business. This is what I'm doing." She said, "But you're not coming back." And it clicked, right? Her idea of success was staying true to a corporation and staying there for the 401k and staying there for the benefits and staying there because when you went into this corporation, you would be hired to retire. That was the mentality, right? And you would stay loyal to this company. And I didn't match that. And it really took me to, why did I join this corporation in the first place? Why did I stay there so long? Because I didn't enjoy it. I saw my children once, an hour a day. I took them to school. I came home. I went to sleep. I'd pick them up from school. I'd spend an hour with them, go off to work. And I was doing all of these things to make the money, to have the benefits, to have 401k, to have the prestige, because, I was part of the management team there, to lead, because I was a leader, to do all of the things. But my idea of success was not that. In fact, I actually borrowed that idea. I took on that idea based on outcomes. And so this is the invitation. When we begin to measure our success through outcomes, through money, through having 401k, through, being hired there to retire great company, through doing all of these things, it actually takes away half of your lives, right? It took away my life. I hardly mothered my children. I hardly cared for them. My parents did, right? I placed value out there. I gave meaning to the outcome, not meaning to the life that I was living. Because when we take a look at success, and if our model of success is based on an outcome, then it also is skewed in this polarity of, well, it's either going to be successful or you're going to fail, right? If it doesn't start, if it doesn't complete based on that outcome, you're going to fail. And we make that the only thing that matters, right? We look at so many people that, work in one place. There's nothing wrong with this, right? They work in a place and then they start to live life once they retire. And that's successful for them. But if you've been following me for some time, we've been really talking about what is it that you want to experience? What do you want? You want to play with wealth. You want to play with, a deeper relationship. You want to play with, I don't know, whatever those things are. But the caveat is, in that experience, what does that feel like? What does it feel like to experience it? Because if you have a decision, if you have something that you want to experience and success comes from here as a feeling state, then you live your experience, you live your journey onwards in the direction of your success. That if you actually commit to it, if you decide you're going to have it, then by law, by universal law, you will have it. You're not in charge of the how. You have no idea how it's going to look, because 99.9% of the time, it's not going to look the way you want it to look. And so you might as well play with possibilities. You might as well open your lens and not see it as right or wrong, or it's going to come only this way, or I'm only getting money from my, from my retirement fund, from my 401k, or from my job, or I'm only going to get money from my clients, or I'm only going to get love from, my partner. We're not in charge of the how it's going to arrive. But the key here is success. The key here is, how do you define it? The key here is, what does it feel like? Because when you can measure it based on, I know what it is that I want, and I know what it is that I feel, I'm going to stay committed, I'm going to decide, I'm going to allow this to inspire me into my action, I'm going to experience it every step of the way, then you will experience it. And so there's a beautiful opportunity here to see where you're measuring success based on someone else, right? This woman was telling me to go back to this job, right? Because that was her lens of success. And so how many people have told you, oh, I need you to go to university, right? Our parents told us that. I need you to go to university so that you can get a good job. Well, that's their idea of success, not yours. Oh, I need you to, from society, we need you to join this job and stay here and work until you're about 65. And I think it's gone up, right? And so that, you can receive your pension. That's success for them. That's their model, right? Even in your own business, what is your idea of success? Is it based on an outcome? When you are joining masterminds, when you are seeing coaches out online and they are selling you, we've got this way that you can make 20K every month. That's their success model, not yours. Their success model will not be yours. You will have your own. And so you can pull back. And when you can feel that, when you can feel what success feels like for you, then you can really just cut the bullshit that's out there online. Are you willing to choose you? Right? And are you willing to pivot with that information? Are you willing to pivot, shift your idea of what success means, what it feels like? And notice, am I basing it on the number of clients that I have based on my roster? Am I basing it on, if my partner does this or this or this? Because again, you're now moving it through this lens of right or wrong and judgment, comparison, all of the things, which keep you separated from what it is that you actually want. So play with that today. What does success mean for me? And am I willing to trust this feeling? Am I willing to trust what it is that I want and how it feels so that I can take myself higher in my life, so that I can actually live my life experiences? Imagine that more than half of your life is taken away because you are basing everything on an outcome that's outside of you. What if you can make that shift today? Beautiful. Questions, comments, please feel free to share and I will be happy to respond. Wishing you all the most amazing day. Happy hump day. See you in the spaces. I'll talk to you tomorrow. So much love. Bye for now.